What's up, guys? Power Maniac 720 here, and this is game 2 of my top 8 match against BlitznBurst, who was the #1 seed for this tournament, the West Hartford Premier Challenge I did over the weekend. Game 1, I won 4-0, so going into game 2, I was pretty confident. I ended up going with the same leads because he didn't bring Amungus or Lucario game 1, which is what my game 1 leads were preparing for, so I figured he'd bring game 2, so I just went with the same leads, hoping that would end up working out. And he does end up leading Amungus and Lucario, so things worked out really nicely for me there. So I just kind of went with an all-out kind of offensive approach for this turn. I just went Flare Blitz on the Amungus, and I went Hammer Arm on Lucario. I'm assuming his Lucario is faster than me turn 1, just because he is sorry. I'm assuming he's max speed, so max speed base 90 is going to outspeed my neutral, not max speed Charizard. Goes for the close combat. I was a little worried that I was going to KO, but I do survive with 20 left, which is huge because Charizard is my big way to get rid of Amungus, because I've never had one I couldn't one-hit KO before. And so Amungus faints, and then I have a nice easy Hammer Arm. I just was praying it wasn't going to miss, whereas it is only 90 accuracy. And I knew it was. I'm pretty sure it was a KO anyway, but I mean, with the stat drop from close combat, I knew it was a KO. So right off the bat, I go up 3-2 after turn 1, which was really nice. And he ends up sending out Garchomp, and he still had Gardevoir again in the back like last time. I sent out my Rotom, so I kind of expected him to protect again, and I have HP Ice, so I did the same thing I did game 1. I feint Garchomp, and then I just go a nice easy HP Ice for the KO, which I picked up pretty easily. He does go hit me with a Dazzling Gleam, and I am Assault Vest. It does a lot of damage, but it was a critical hit. But luckily I survived, which didn't really end up mattering anyway. So I hit him with the HP Ice, easy KO. So now I have a 3-on-1. He does reveal to me after that his Gardevoir is Scarfed, which did a really good job of hiding because I never saw it outspeed his Garchomp. I assumed it was some sort of choice item because he mentioned something about specs before the match, so I actually thought it was specs. So I switched in Dragonite so I can get my weakness policy boost, knowing it's not going to even be close to KOing. So now I can just hit it with an extreme speed and pick up an easy KO. Which I ended up doing next turn. So I hit it with an HP Ice. I'm locked into spec, so I have to keep hitting with HP Ice. Does a decent amount, it does a pretty good chunk of damage. So then next turn I use extreme speed at +2. It's an easy KO, and I in 4 turns end up beating BlitznBurst, and I move on to the top 4, which you will see later on. So hopefully you enjoyed this set, and BlitznBurst was a good sport about it. He was a good opponent. I just think I had the upper hand, so good set.